Hey everybody, this is Jim Paré, CEO of Alt Denim. We just finished an amazing road tour, and one of the most amazing parts was the compensation plan. And today I'm going to show you the compensation plan, soup to nuts, and you're going to love it. So you've got Vault Denim, but what we really have is the new Vault Denim. What does that mean? What's new about it? Well, let's just check. You've got new ownership. Brand new ownership, brand new feel, brand new look, brand new ideas, and it's exciting. We also have a new website with an amazing back office. We have new lines of denim. The parties are going to rock. ICs are going to be filled with the latest and greatest new inventories that is going to blow your mind. We have an exclusive skincare line, the Vault Denim Skincare by Phoenix, and we have a brand new compensation plan, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So, you look at what makes Vault Denim. Why do Vault Denim than anything else? If you're looking for a part-time income, if you're looking for a substantial income, if you're looking to retire or looking to get wealthy, why Vault Denim? Why would you do this than any of your other options? Well, here's some of the competitive advantages. Number one, we don't have any competition. There's no one doing this. You know why? Because it's hard to do it. Not for your part, it's easy for you to do, but corporately in making all this work, it takes a skill set. It takes corporate training. It takes a good staff here at corporate. It takes the right buys and the right agreements and manufacturers. And it's amazingly wonderful if it works, and we got it to work. So you don't ever have to worry about somebody becoming your competition. We're not an and one product. Number two is we have in the party plan industry the highest paid dollar per hour value, period. And I'm going to show you why. I'm not just saying it, I'm going to prove it to you. Hybrid comp plan. Never before in the party plan industry do you have a Uni-Level pay, a generation pay, where you have a residual component built into it. So not only do you get paid for selling and having a party, you can get paid over and over and over again because of the new products we're introducing and because of the hybrid comp plan. No pass-by penalty. Listen to this very carefully. In most other direct sales companies, if you help somebody develop a huge business, there's eventually a point when they pass you, you don't get paid. Doesn't happen with Vault Denim. You will get paid on people who pass you as long as you qualify for one of the ranks. They could be 2, 3, 4, 100 ranks ahead of you, and you still will get paid. Let me tell you about what happens and what are your action steps to success in Vault Denim. It's real simple. We sell. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to really expand my business. I just want to have a party and sell jeans. Then just do that, because we pay up to 35% on skincare and 30% on fashion just for having parties, and it's pretty exciting. Then if you want to recruit, we are developing marketing materials. We're developing things that will help you recruit. How simple is this? You want to own a fashion company? Do you want to have a luxury concierge service in your home for fashion designer jeans and skincare? It's just that simple. Many people want to do this. We just got to tell them about it. We have a process if you want to develop and build managers. There's a payment for that, and that's part of the process. And then the key to extreme wealth in any industry is developing and building leaders. And of course, it's retention. How do you retain people? We've got trips. We've got bonuses. We've got bonuses we haven't even showed you yet in this comp plan. And the retention comes from building that community, providing a good service, and having lifestyle that you cannot get anywhere else. And that's what we're doing at the new Vault Denim. So how does it work? Well, it's real simple. When you start selling and having parties, you're paid on a retail profit. 20% minimum on clothing and 25% minimum on skincare. Now, we've also included some power seller bonuses. What does that mean? We call it the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star bonus because some people want to have a lot more parties. We've had parties, our average party is about $600, and we've had parties as much as $4,000 and $5,000 at one party. So we want to reward people that have the bigger parties, and that's for sure. So we have what we call a power seller bonus, and that is based on your personal volume. What is personal volume? You're going to see a couple of V's here. PV, GV, and CV, and I'm explaining them all to you. There's just three, so don't get confused, and there's not really an EIEIO, but it's just those three, and you'll be excited about it. Personal volume is the things you use and what you personally sell. It's real simple. So what do you get paid on that? Anywhere from 20% to 35% based on clothing or skincare, and I'll show you that. It's real simple. So Power Seller Bonus 1, you get an additional 5%. At 5,000 personal volume, you get additional 7%. And at 7,500 personal volume, the three-star bonus, you would get an additional 10%. Now, But how do you progress? What's the career path in Vault Denim? Well, as anything, you have rankings because recognition is as important as income. I want to be recognized for what I do. If I do something, tell me about it. Put a plaque up, put my picture up, let me say something. And that's what we do. And we have a track, a career path for you to run on at the new Vault Denim. And it starts out as a consultant and it goes all the way to the first keynote is a gold consultant. That's a keystone of our business and I'll show you why. And then it goes from bronze consultant, silver consultant, gold consultant, platinum consultant, and then to director. And that is in the building manager stage. That you're still in the building manager stage. You've went from selling to now operating a business and expanding your business, and we'll show you the pay plan there. So the two keynote pins or rankings in there is a gold consultant and a platinum. Why is that? Because those are the building blocks. You help someone get to that pin level and that ranking, then the other ones fall in place because it's a very smooth career path. So how do you make money? Well, what happens? Well, when you sign up and register as a consultant, basically you sign up, you get your own replicated website with training and teaching and marketing, and then you get your back office and all the marketing pieces, and you're a consultant. Now, there's no pay for a consultant because they haven't done anything yet. But your next step is the most important one, is becoming a bronze consultant. What do you have to do? Everything is rewarded based on activity. What do you do? Well, it says 400 PV and 1 active leg. What does that mean? Well, what does PV mean? Personal volume. So if you sold or used $400 worth of volume that month, that qualifies you for the first level of a bronze consultant. Then it says 1 active leg. What's an active leg? Okay, an active leg is someone that does 400 personal volume. Just that simple. What do you get when you're an active leg? It's real simple. When you have a party, whether you sell $1 worth of jeans or $5,000 worth of jeans, you don't have to be an active leg to get paid on your personal parties. But when you have a team, when you have VFCs or other people that are marketing within your organization, we would call it your downline, you have to be an active leg. You have to trigger that 400 personal volume in order to get paid the residuals and the bonuses on them. So you have 400 PV, you add one more person at 400 PV, personal volume, and then you are now a bronze consultant. You're an active leg, you have an active leg, simply like this. Now, how do you go from a bronze consultant to a silver consultant? It's real simple. Our steps are real simple. There's no big Grand Canyons to worry about. It's just simple. Another step, another step. It should be simple, and you should educate yourself, and you should get better and better, and we reward you for getting better. So, silver consultant's real simple. You have to change your 400 PV to 600 PV. It's real simple, personal volume. $200 more worth of personal volume. Why did we do that? Well, an average party in Vault Denim is $600. So if you had one average party a month, you have qualified for the personal volume qualification as a silver consultant. Now, instead of 1 active leg, you have to have 2 active legs. So this is what that looks like. You now have 2 active legs at 400 personal volume, and you're doing 600 personal volume. That's simple. You are a silver consultant. How do you go from silver to gold, which is our keystone? I mean, there's a lot of big players and big leaders in our business right now that are really promoting the gold consultant. Why? Money starts trickling in there. Money starts happening there, but you also are developing a foundation for an amazingly large business. So to go to gold consultant, you need 800 personal points. So you got to go from 600 points to 800 personal points. All right? Then you have to have 2 active legs. You already have them because of the silver consultant. The only difference is we introduce a different thing to you right now. It's called 4,000 GV. What's GV? It's group volume. What does that mean? Well, it means your group volume. You have your personal volume that you sold, and then you have a group, a team of VFCs that are having parties. That is your group. What is included in that group volume? It's real simple. All that group volume up to, but not including, a director. It's real simple. So you add all that volume. So you have $4,000 worth of volume in that group, up to and not including a director, and 2 active legs, you are now a gold consultant. Can you imagine having 10 of those in your group? 20, 30, 100? It could go on and on. That is a good business. That's the basis of a good business. So how do you go from a gold consultant to a platinum consultant? It's another step. You go from 800 points all the way to 1,000 points. A 200 point increase. With a Vault Denim skincare, that could be 10 people using $100 worth of skincare on a regular basis. It could be 1.5 good parties. It's not that difficult. And we made it that way because we want you to be good at parties, but be good at building managers and also to be good at building leaders. So now you have to have 3 active legs. So what do you have to do? You have to put another personal on or an active leg, and you have to have a bronze consultant in that. What's a bronze consultant? That's the first level. You're active and you have 1 active leg. And then we add one more thing to that, which is 7,000 of group volume. What does that mean? 7,000 of volume in the parties you did that month, up to but not including your first director. And that's it. So let's go all the way to the next step, and this is the big guy. This is the director. When you start hitting the director level, you're at the management, the top management, going into leadership. And as many of you know that in this industry, you can make a lot of money selling. I mean, there's people making a 6-digit income selling. There's a lot of money in managing some teams. But there's a little different. There's a special income that comes with developing leaders and becoming a leader, because then you get into more influence, and this is a pretty exciting stage. So at a director level, you have to go from 1,000 to 1,200 PV, $1,200 in personal volume. That's it. We could have 1,000 more levels, and that's all you'll have to qualify for your personal activity. You could have 2 parties a month. You could have 12 people on $100 worth of skincare. As long as that personal volume is 1,200, you qualify for the first step of a director. The second thing is you have to have 4 active legs. So now you have to include 1 more active leg, but 2 of them you have to help as a leader develop them to a gold level. What's a gold level? Well, a gold consultant has 800 personal points and 2 active legs with 4,000 GV, or 4,000 group volume. It's just that simple. We increased the group volume to 15,000. What's group volume? I'll say it one more time. It's your group volume up to but not including your first director. So now we went through the rankings and actually your career path. So now how do you get paid? Well, the first way you get paid is what we call Uni-Level pay. Uni-Level pay is really new to this industry. It's part of our hybrid comp plan with Denim. What does that mean? Well, Uni-Level means that you have levels of VFCs. So you might have 1 level, which is your personal front line, and then they have a level and they have a level. We actually pay you up to 3 levels on your Uni-Level pay. Let's kind of see what it looks like, okay? So we call it paid as title, and when you're a VFC and you hit the bronze level, and let's say you have 2 people personally sponsored on your front line, and that's your first level, and they do a $1,000 party, and this one does a $1,000 party, what do you make? Well, you'll make 5% on both those parties because it's on your first level. So as you progress, you increase. So when you go from bronze to silver, we increase the 5% to 6%. So now on your first level, the people you personally register, you're going to earn 6% on their total volume of the parties they did. It's real simple. What happens then, at gold, we increase it. Now at the gold level, remember that's a keystone level. It's a keystone rank for us. So what happens, you increase to 8% for your first level and 2% for your second level. So now you're getting paid on the first level and then the second level of VFCs. And I'll show you how that can grow exponentially. At the platinum level, it's the first time you tap into all 3 levels of the Uni-Level marketing plan. Let me show you how that works. So at the platinum level, you get 8% on your first level, you'll get 4% on your second level, and then you'll get 2% on your third level. And when I draw this out, I'm going to draw this out for you like old style on a board, and you're going to see how the numbers grow exponentially. It's pretty exciting. So at a director level, what do you make? If you just went through the career path to a director, you're already getting your selling bonuses. Remember, you go from selling to building managers, and this is where you're at. So at the director level, what do you earn? It's real simple. You earn 8% on your first level, 5% on your second level, and 4% on your third level. Now, the question is, okay, I'm new at this, and I just get started. Can I make any money without being a bronze consultant? And the answer is yes, because what we've included is what we call a fast start bonus. And a fast start bonus is just simply this. When you get started, let's say you're in the business and you're getting ready to roll. As soon as you start a new VFC and they get excited and they register and they're a Vault Fashion consultant, you have 90 days from the first day of the month. What does that mean? If they sign up on the 28th, when does their 90 days start? On the 1st of the following month. So you have 90 days where we pay you 2 levels just for training them, regardless of what pin you're at, regardless of what rank you're at. It's real simple. So you look at this. So as a new VSC, let's say you put somebody in, what do you earn? So here's the criteria. It has to be the first 90 days. Second thing, you have to be an active VFC. So you have to do that 400 personal volume in order to qualify to earn the Fast Start bonus. All right? What's an active VFC? 400 personal volume. So how does that work? So let's say you're just starting and you're just a VFC. You're not a bronze, you don't have any pins, no colors, no metallics, nothing. You're just a VFC. Can you earn money? The answer is yes. Because now, with your first recruit in the first 90 days, we'll pay you 5% on that first level. Let's say they register somebody and sponsor somebody in the first 90 days, we'll even pay you for that an additional 3% on your second level. Well, that's pretty amazing. It gets better. What if you're a bronze already and a bronze consultant and you start somebody off and they, in the first 90 days, what do you get? Well, you automatically get 5%. But because of the Fast Start program, we will give you an additional 5% plus 5%. You would get 10% on that first level for the new people that you get started. What are we trying to do? We're trying to encourage you to help those people. And that's exactly, we're going to pay you to do what you do best, and that's to help people. Also, we're going to pay you the second level. So in other words, if you sponsor somebody and they put in another VFC, we're not only going to pay you the extra 5% on the first level bonus, we're going to pay you an additional 3% on the second level. Let's kind of run through this and see how it works. At the silver, you get 6% automatically on the first level. But when you start new people, we pay you an extra 5 and 3. How does that look? Well, 5% plus 6% on that new person for their first 90 days is 11% on all their parties. So that means if they have $1,000 parties, you earn $110 just because they had a party. It can get pretty exciting. And then on the second level, we add the additional 3%. Here's where it gets really interesting. At a gold, you earn 8% and 2% on the second level, but when you help somebody hit gold, now there's a couple of things happen. First of all, they're going to get a first-time bonus of $200. They're going to be happy you helped them because they're going to get a bonus. What do you get for it? You get an additional 5% on them, on their parties, which would be 13%, plus an additional 3%. You're already making 2, so you add them together. That's a 5% on the new VFCs that you start within the first 30 days. Platinum, it's the same thing. When you look at it, they will get a new $300 one-time bonus, but you'll get an extra 5% and 3%. And if you look at the numbers, it's 8% plus 5%, 13%, 5% plus, or excuse me, 3% plus 4%, it's an additional 7%. Now at the director level, you've got 8%, 5%, and 4%. But when you start a new person at the director level, you increase another 5% on their first level and another 3% on their second level, plus they get a bonus of $500. I'm going to take a break now, real quick, and I'm going to show you how this breaks down in real dollars and cents on an old-fashioned whiteboard, and you're going to love it. All right, so now we just talked about the Uni-Level pay, and let's go old school. Let me go to the board and let me show you how this really works. And let's kind of review. So we just talked about Uni-Level pay, and what's Uni-Level pay? Well, let's see what a level is, okay? So if this is you, and you have a girl or a guy here as a VFC, and you have a girl or a guy here as a VFC, that is called a leg. This is a leg 1, this is leg 2, okay? So you got leg 1 and leg 2. Now, when you look at this, then you have your levels. So these, your personally sponsored, or the things that start your legs, or the people that start your legs are your legs, but they're also considered level 1, okay? So if these people put another person in, that would be their start of their leg, and that would be level 2. Okay, so you get that. And then the third level, we just go on to level 3, and you kind of get, so the progression goes, there's level 3. So when you look at how the comp plan works, how the Uni-Level works in the new Vault Denim, it's real simple. All right, so let's erase this for a minute, and let me show you this, and hopefully this helps, because I always learn at a third grade level. I know, if I can understand it at a third grade level, everybody can understand. So here's how it goes. Okay, so we've talked about a couple things. We've talked about PV. PV is your personal volume as a VFC, and that is what you sell or what you use, okay? And you have to have 400 of that PV to be active, okay? So we'll cover that. Now, then you have GV, which is your group volume up into, not including your director. That's group volume. Then you have CV, and that's what I'm going to talk about here, because some people get confused what CV is. If you had $100 worth of personal volume and you sold $100 worth of stuff at a party, and let's just round it off, and let's say you earned 30%. It goes from 20% to 20 or 35% in our selling bonus plan. Okay, so if we paid on that $100, we paid $30 of the 100, there's $70 left, and that is what is the commissionable volume or the CV on the Uni-Level and the generation pay. It's pretty simple. So when you look at a party, we now in our back office calculate that at the CV, so you'll understand how that works, okay? So let's put some numbers in here and see if it's worth it. See if Vault Denim is worth your time and effort as a business, as a career. We know our selling proposition, best dollar per hour. If an average party is $600 and it takes about 3.5, let's say it takes 4 hours to do a party, that party is going to produce around $180 in income. Divide that by 4, you've got $45 an hour proposition. You can't make that anywhere else, okay? But now you start building managers and you start building a team and you start getting into the Uni-Level pay. Now, your first level, or the people that you personally sponsor, are called your front line. Every individual is called a leg, but that's also your first level. Let's look at this a little bit and let's see what historically we've done with that. First of all, we have Shelley McClure has 152 first level people. Cody has 140 something. So there's a lot of people on their front line. So if you did that and just plugged in some numbers, it'd be crazy. But let's don't do that. These guys are superstars. Not that say you're not, but watch this. Let's say you did half of that. Let's say you did 75 on your front line. Okay? All right, let's say 30. All right, you know what? Let's say 6. Okay? So in your front line, you had 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you had 6 legs, and they all did what? They did a party. All right, and let's look at the minimums. Let's say they did one party, or a party, and that was $600 is our average party, okay? And they did one of these a week, so times 4, that'd be $2,400, okay? How much would you get paid on this in the Uni-Level compensation plan? Let's just figure it out. So you got 6 frontline VFCs times 2,400. They're doing 4 parties a month at an average of $600 a month, okay? And you look at that, well, that's a total of $14,400. But that's not what you get paid on, because you get paid on CV. Your CV on that is $10,080. So if you're a director, when you're a director, you get 8% of that first level. So you get 8% of the $10,080. Real simple. How much is that? It's $806. That's what your pay is on that Uni-Level pay. Real simple. Here's where people don't get it. There's people that just want to do parties and just want to sell and don't want to have anything to do with registering people or starting out businesses. And there's other people that do, and when they understand the exponential growth and see how this multiplies, it's real simple. Let's say these 6 people register 6 people. Now, and how hard is that? I mean, you're talking about having a fashion business. You're talking about having a luxury concierge service that you can have denim, fashion denim in your homes with amazing skincare. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? And there's no accounts receivable, no accounts payable, no real big entry fees. It's a business that you can just work out of your home and expand just by a phone call or an email. So let's say these 6 got 6, and on this level you had 36 consultants, all right? They did one party minimum a week at $600, times 4 is $2,400, all right? And then you times that out. What is that number? Well, that number is $86,400 is what those 36 consultants did that month, doing one party a week at $600, okay? So where does the math go? Well, that's GV, not CV. CV, when you look at the CV on that, you're talking about you would get paid on $60,480, and at the second level of a director, you get 5% of that. Well, how much is that? Well, that's $3,024. Okay, so you get 806 plus 3,024. So at that level, just in those two, 1 and 2 levels, you got 3,800 potential dollars coming in, not including what you're making on your sales. That is all inclusive. I mean, in other words, you're going to make that on your sales. Now you're starting to get some residual incomes from the Uni-Level. I'm going to take it one more step, okay? And this is what blows people's minds, okay? We're only in a couple states right now. The new Vault Denim is new. We now have a comp plan. We now have a back office. We now have things that are just absolutely amazing that are starting to attract people not only who want to make a couple $100s a month, but who want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The potential is there. We don't guarantee any incomes. We don't tell you what you're going to make, but just in illustration, I'm going to show you this, okay? So if you took 36 times 6, then at your third level, you'd have 216 VFCs. Let's don't go crazy. Let's say they're all doing one party a week at $600. So that times 2,400, you're talking about $518,400 are generated on the third level of your Uni-Level pay. Well, that's not CV. CV is not commissionable volume. CV on that is $362,880. Okay? Times what? Well, it's 4%. So you get 4% on that. What is that? What is the 4% on? It's $14,515. And if you added this up with this and this, you have $18,345 in income that you're not responsible for. It's a walkaway type income because you taught these people. You have a system. We have a system. They know how to do this, and now you have over $18,000 a month coming in real passive income. Because the system, the corporate does it, our website's going to have it, we're going to have marketing materials, the best products, the ICs are delivering the products, we have all the compensation plan going, and that doesn't even include the Vault skincare. All that is jeans. You had skincare in there, we go into different countries, guys, this could get big. And I know what someone said, well, I don't know if I can do that. Cut it in half. Okay, let's say $9,150. I'm not sure, Jim, I can do that. So if you cut that in half, this goes to a little over 100. This goes to, what, 17. This goes to 3. Well, I don't know if I can do that. Cut that in half then. You know, $4,600, okay? And this goes to maybe 2, and this goes to, I don't even know, 10, and this might go to 40. The bottom line, guys, is there's so much money in this marketing plan because we don't have any competition. We're sitting there looking at a competition free. It's not another pill. It's not another juice. Nobody's doing this, and we had to revise it to the new Vault Denim to be the best of the best. All right, so now we just talked about the Uni-Level pay, and we just went on the board and talked about how that works, and that was crazy, and it was old school and everything else. Now we're going to talk about bonuses for directors. Now, you get at a director level, remember I told you the director level is a keystone point. So you look at what qualifies you for a director. In addition to the Uni-Level pay, at the director level, you get an additional 1%, 2%, and 3% on your total group volume just for being a director. And it's your group volume. What is group volume? Group volume is the volume that is all the volume up to but not including your first director. I'm going to wrap this up with what we call the generational pay. When you get into the leadership levels here, you've got the leadership levels, and you've got Ruby Director, Sapphire Director, and Emerald Director. Okay? Now, when you get to these levels, these are leadership levels. We have people in the field already at these leadership levels. And there's some dedication that needs to be done here. These guys are working this as a full-time business. They're not just making a couple $100s a month. They're making a executive level income. So it requires a different skill set, all right? So how does that get paid? Well, if you look up here, it's real simple. A generation is different than a Uni-Level. A generation pay, let me explain it to the best way I can. Uni-Level is your neighborhood. You know, you got this neighbor and all their neighbors and all their neighbors. Generation is your family. When my son is named Paré, my daughter is named Paré. A generation is a like pin. So when you hit a director level and you have a director, that's a generation of your pin. And we pay a generation pay. As a Ruby director, the first time you hit it, you get a $500 bonus. But then when you have a generation of another Ruby director in your business, that first generation, you get paid an additional 4%. Look at the next level, Sapphire director. When you hit that, you get an additional one-time $500 bonus, but then you get 4% on the first generation and 4% on the second generation of that pin. All right? And you go to Emerald. Emerald level, as an Emerald director, you get another $500 matching bonus. Then you get 4% on the first generation, 4% on the second, and 4% on the third. At the Diamond director level, up here, you get another $500 bonus, but then you get 4% on the first generation, second generation, third generation, and fourth generation. Guys, we have a lot more bonuses that are coming out, but let me just give you just a quick hint of this, okay? With a no pass by penalty. In other words, if you were sitting there at a Ruby director and you had on one team, you had, Shelley McClure, and on another team you had Cody Bills, even though they're on the same team now, and you had two people like that, and you were a Ruby director and they were a Diamond director, okay? They passed you. They're gone. They have a bigger business than you. In most comp plans, they won't pay you for that. In the new Vault Denim, we will. As long as you qualify at the Ruby director level, and you qualify for that, that means if you had Cody here and Shelley here, and let's say they were doing $200,000 each in volume that month, you would earn 4% and 4%. $200,000, $400,000 times 4, that's an extra $16,000. And they passed you, okay? Let's say 5 years go by. Let's say 10 years go by. Let's say you're just having a good time, you're making income, your family's traveling, you're having a good lifestyle, and in 10 years, Shelley has 2 more Diamond directors, and Cody has 2 more. And let's say they're doing $200,000, $200,000, all across. So that level of generation is doing $800,000. Well, guess what you get? You get another 4% of that $800,000, which is $32,000 in retirement residual bonuses because you built a business and you had the leadership and you had some fun and there's no competition. I can go over and over because it's the new Vault Denim. The purpose of this is not to exaggerate incomes. The purpose of this is not to tell you can be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. You may be able to. The purpose of this is to tell you there's no better comp plan on the planet. I challenge you to have the unique business opportunity that we have, the comp plan that we have, and the people that we have. It's just never been done. And that makes it unique and that makes it spectacular. You guys are the best. I hope you enjoyed the new Vault Denim comp plan.